Hey Trickster, thank you for the check-in. It's going well. Just got home from work and just getting things. Gonna have another night off. Don't have to deal with the World Cup in the morning since I'm not working. So, pretty good. I had actually a very productive creative writing session. Like, if you ever look back at the creative writing Tantalar channel and you look at all the threads I've been making, and like the general info of thread of info has so many more entries into it now. How many entries is it up to now? $70 messages. Almost done with all the gods. I think I have like 3-4 gods left to do. And then we'll be working on to like maybe either the ages or working on kingdoms. Just really going ham with getting everything made. Or maybe I'll go into deeper, like I have the general info, like short-term summaries of all the gods, and then I like I did with the God of Insanity, I make a thread to go deeper into what all the stuff with the gods and stuff. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm getting bullied by lizards at the moment. Well, actually, I'm the one who's bullying them. Because we're going to be working. We're going to try and use up my energy as fast as I can so we can get to the other stuff. But man, I got like 21 light stones. And then like, I got 27. I got 27 artifacts, or 21 artifacts, and 28 imperfect flora light stones, because the moles were not giving as much as they should. Weren't giving as much as they should. Also, world bosses are gonna be nuts with this new event. World bosses are giving the event currency, that desert light, which we need to get 1 billion of. To unlock all the rewards. I wonder if it actually shows it up here. You have this. That's cool, but that's the thing for buying stuff. There's nothing I want to buy out of here. All this is like, eh. This is only for a week. This is like the only thing I'm kind of interested in, is getting the Quadra Gospies. Work on getting my, try and get my llama, my alpaca, get Foofy up to, tier 4, so we have a 50% chance of getting extra loot every time I gather. That's done, we can actually work on, what's actually the currency? This one. It doesn't give, oh, it gives me paint, though. Paint's cool. Hey, how do you not get the changing desert light at the ancient device in oh, I have to go to Velia. We gotta turn in this ancient light, this. And then I get the currency out of it. I wonder if there's an event for it. Uh-oh. Monarch. I got this weekend and next weekend, and then I got 5 days off in a row. Not long enough, but we're gonna have to wait until like end of October to get like enough PTO to actually get like a whole entire week off. Hey, we're getting a bunch of, I don't think I've gotten any treasure item yet, but got quite a few, getting quite a few sharps and stuff. Bat. Alright, let's kick a... And this is what happens when you actually finish all the main story quest line. It says over here, you do not have any quests currently. Man, that spin at the end. There is a twist. What a twist. A twist at the end of Edania. Totally caught me off guard. There was a few things that caught me off guard. I didn't realize, like, Cardian of Terra is Deboreka of Hex, which is Gabriella of Alea Island, who is the mother of Orwin. So both of Orwin's parents kind of suck. One of her parents is, on one side, her dad is Caphra's, and on the other side, her mom is Cardian. Let's go. Alright. We got 400 energy left to go. Honestly, I should go check to see if, like, possibly the gathering the academy has the gathering stuff to do. What are the weekly quests at the academy right now? I have about 400 energy, so it's not like I'm gonna cap out anytime soon. And I can just come back here later. Got all my dice. Now let's go. Just head to the abyssal well and just teleport there. I'm at 2.1 billion. Let's throw another billion into the central market. $44 billion now. They're killing the demo market. They're killing me, Smalls. Killing me. I mean, honestly, this is what I should be doing to make money. Go over and spend all my energy kicking crabs. Just work on getting the mining one and get the Rusalka coral and just sell it for $1 million each. Watching me. Let's see. All right. Pick up the one at Cliff for killing the Buccaneers. More Buccaneers. Fishing. Great. Fishing. Yeah. Bumbling. Defeat Bumbling. 500 Bumblers. Okay, pick up from Emma and then go to Valencia. And then we'll go back to the we'll go back to the lizards and spend the rest of my energy. Alright. Everything else to either have to kill stuff or whatnot. So we're gonna go back to the lizards, burn all my energy, then we'll get my witch, kill the Buccaneers, just so that I can get that done with and not have to worry for the rest of the week. Then we'll think about stuff. I've been thinking about things. Oh yeah, I didn't actually check my Heidel storage. Supposedly they threw a bunch of stuff in there. Monk branches. I guess that's it. Monk branches and like, I think it's like weeds? You know what, I should Alright. Going back over here. I had a mini game, and I got the mini game, leather gathering mini game, and I got 20 Lightstones of Flora. How many of these do I have now? Oh, we're gonna have 82 of them. Jeez. We just gotta hope that we can get some good stuff. I'm at 640. I haven't got any yet. I'm at 360 away. Then you can work on this one, which, the mining one. This is the one that you whack. Ooh. Oh, I have two. Anyway. There it is. It's like 100. 285. 243 million out of that. Yeehaw. I think I'm good, right? Brewers at 1965. Probably not when it first comes out. I don't know. Maybe not. It depends on how. I'll leave it. It'll be much more of a thing we'll see when it gets closer. Honestly, with how many delays there's been and everything, I do not have much hope for it. I'm probably not gonna play it right as it launches. I'm gonna wait until I get some feedback from people on Twitter who kind of share the same view on games as I, and if they think it's worth it, I'll get it. But if they're like, I'll be like, okay, well, I got tons of stuff to do with Black Desert and stuff. So, in other games, I still gotta do Crimson Desert. I actually got Coals to the Lamb, and I'm kind of want to play that. So, I got a bunch of other games. So I'm not in a rush to play GTA 6 right when it comes out. I'm very much a person who likes to buy stuff on sale. There is no, like, real rush to play it, like, right as it launches. The only thing that was great about GTA Online when I was playing it was just that there was a lot of content already out for it because I played it so late into the game cycle. And I got a bunch of mini games. Made so that the other bodies disappeared on me. Got so many mini games there. Found another spot where there's like a bunch of lizards. Oh, over here is a good spot. I bet if I kick this one right here. I didn't aggro those ones over there. Let's tell, there's a lot of lizards. That's a lot of lizards. And give me the oh god, mini games. Is there like a mini game event going on right now? I'm seriously getting a lot of mini games. Let's pick this lizard, see how many get angry at me. Just 4. Nope, a lot. Oh wow, I didn't even notice there was a bunch over there. Got stuck on the. Okay, well. Whatever. Come at me. Man, that's a lot of lizards. Kick. Use my points before they expire. $231. We're not getting the mini games anymore. The salamanders, man. Tiny little lizard I can't see and I get stuck on them. Tell you, I got a lot of... I'm gonna need to start stocking up on meat again. Luckily, we didn't get the double aggress. Oh my god, if we got the double aggress, I'd be so done. I'd be like, no. Hopefully, it's like, maybe next week we'll get double aggress? If we get double aggress next week, it won't be so bad. Because, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that'll be when I have the 5 days off. Well, I'll get off Monday morning and don't have to be back until Saturday evening. Hey, Rymar, good morning. But right now, just burning my energy. Like, the energy was capped out, so we're making our way through getting the treasure pieces for tanning with a tanning knife. Not doing so hot right now. Gone through almost 500. Also, I gotta turn all these into light stones. There was a thing that, like, depending on how many moles you came across, you got rewards. So I got 21 artifacts and 28 imperfect flora light stones. And then I had a mini game, and it gave me 20 more. So we're working on the. We're working on it. I mean, you know how many I need though? I need like 1,000 light stones. I need like 1,000 light stones times 4. Yeah, it's. What? Oh, there's another crab back there. I'm like, why am I getting hit again? Why am I still getting hit? Because there's a crab on my butt. Oh, I also got 204 sharps. Yeah, it's crazy. If you didn't get any wand dawn crystals from gathering or hunting, you can also get them from hunting. It's 1,250 light stones minimum or maximum 1,250. There is some light stones you can turn in, and they give you actually more than 10 magical lightstone crystals. When you turn them in, there's like a few that give you 100, so that makes it a little bit faster. But those are more rare. There's actually one that also gives a 500. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah. But it's a lot. It's a lot of magical light stones. It's like 1,150. Actually, it's less than that right now. I think it's like 700 I need right now. 700 light stones. You can meet the. I mean, we're just gonna get it. If you're talking about you're talking about the stuff where we had to get this light and turn it in. It's gonna be easy. I already got 95. Just from grinding. I'm gonna get like 300 though. I'm gonna get 300 so I can get the horse. Get this horse. Come on, the horse. Actually, I finished. I actually had I had my my character running horses around. Had my horse running around, and got like 3 of them to level 30. So I need to get some more. Let's see, actually, Fable. Yeah, these ones were all level 30. I got those all to level 30. I don't know how many more level 8 horses I got. Oh, I got a few. But they're all male. That's the problem. All the horses I'm getting are males. I'm not getting any females. It's crazy. Look at that. Males. Male. Any females. 1. 2. This one? Those are all level tier 7s. One other thing. Look at that. They're all males too. Look at that. All males. There we go. 3. There we go. There's my 4 horses. Oh, nice. They actually fixed the desyncing. That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate that. Although I don't really PvP, so that's not gonna. It is kind of annoying when it does stutter a little bit. There's been a few times where I didn't kill the sea monster right away because, like, when I fired the cannon, my ship rubber banded, so my shots went a little too off to the side, so not all the cannons hit it. Not the wild herbs. I don't care about no wild herbs right now. We'll deal with wild herbs later. Whoop. I like how they made it so that you get some of these rewards. You can get some like you can get some of these desert lights from killing world bosses. So world bosses are gonna be a lot more active again. Rift bosses. I just finished my rift bosses. I don't know, I was just not feeling like staying up. I was looking at it and I was like, I got, like, it's actually like the rift bosses are popping up pretty close to when the world boss was, and I was just not feeling it. I actually like I laid down, and then like my right side of my chest started hurting really bad, and then of the event stuff, we are at 108 right now. And all I did was spend 557 energy. I'm just glad we're not getting that. I'm glad we're not getting the Agris event, because Biceptimus said there was gonna be an Agris event. I'm like, I don't got time for an Agris event. God damn. If there was an Agris event, that would be frickin' suck for me. One of the community goals will be it. Like if it's next week, that would actually not be bad. If it's next patch, we get it, it'll be cool. Because it's gonna be actually next week is when I have the 5 days off in a row. I get 2 days off. I'll get off on Monday morning. Won't have to be back until Saturday evening. Got 5 more to go. Nine more to go now. And rip that tome that actually gave AP. That frickin'. I wonder if that's gonna be something that possibly in the future they're gonna give us. They're gonna give us a tome that actually gives AP. I just wonder if it's kind of a testing thing. They're testing it out, see how much people liked it. Which everyone liked it. Everyone liked that. I only got 29 treasures this time. Excuse me. All right, we're done. Yep. We made 14,000 lizard hides, 655 hard hides, 309 black gem fragments, 224 sharps. I kind of messed up at the beginning. 20 of these, 29 of these. We have to turn these all. Yeah, also we're gonna have to turn it all. 75 fire horns. 676 berry powder. I may just need to sell berry powder actually. That's probably what I actually do. Is I'm gonna go and sell that berry powder. I don't need all that berry powder. Oh wait, I hit. I hit the wrong thing. I hit the well instead of the storage. Here, and I'm gonna sell all that. I'll also sell that, that, and that. But yeah, I got all my boat stuff done earlier, so put on my processing stuff. I don't know if it actually affects me melting down these artifacts. Gives me a better chance of getting it, but we're gonna hope and pray. Get hot time and agris. Okay, so that's after my time off. But that would actually, we're probably gonna hit it. You know, they're gonna make it so it's hittable. It's gonna be doable because it's just like, that's gonna probably pretty much last us until the Heido Ball. It happens on July 9th. That's gonna last us until the ball. July 29th to the 23rd. The ball is like shortly after that. So I'm gonna say that's good enough. That's gonna be close enough. Buy those. Buy these. Buy the item collection scrolls. Buy these. Buy these. What you got here? Horser training, enhancement helper, magical shard, combat XP. Could also buy one of these. Cap it up, sell it for 620 million. Got 12 out of that. Oh, wait, that was just 7. We got an extra 5. I mean, it's like 2 weeks. We're definitely gonna get it in 2 weeks. Because it's supposed to be all regions. Or something like that. I think it's gonna be easy. There's a lot of, like, especially in other servers, they're kind of like Korea or some other servers, it's gonna be super easy because there's a bunch of servers where people just like farm a lot. I'm at 23 now. Wasn't as good. That was only 11. Oh, Yeah. We're at 19, 15. I mean, I could drop money into it. The amount of primordial crystals I have. If I sell half of them, let's see. It's 27,900,000 times 400. We could make 11 billion off of them. What do they actually sell? Looks like they sell. Yep. Use simple alchemy. You can turn light stones you do not want into light stones. These ones. Purified light stones. How many am I up to now? That's 2 plus 10 plus 4 plus 21 plus 82 plus 1 plus 22 plus 59. Got 201 right now. Wait, what? Oh, I had to go to Ludwig. That's right. I gotta go to Ludwig. And then we'll go and turn these in. Let's turn this off though. Yeah. It honestly should be in every city. You can't. I think you can. Yeah, you can put him in the. You can put him in. You don't want to make a run with one character. Ben is right by yep. Ben is by yep. Is it? Is it? Where is it? New. Where? I would think it would be by Lorenzo, unless this guy's just trolling and sitting on top of it. Wouldn't surprise me there's assholes like that that just sit there wagging on it so you can't be a big tower. Alright. I'll check it around. Or if I click on it, it would tell me where to go. Here we go. Yep, here it is. Alright. Time to get my witch, and we're gonna kill some buccaneers by the academy and get the academy done pretty much. Yeah, or set up for Darkseeker farming. But I forgot. I should do the academy right now. Oh, my pimp. I died once. Alright. So we got. I'm gonna just be burning at. I'm just gonna be burning my Agris. Just going like grinding at Dark Seekers, trying to get that treasure piece. Maybe get Kabua. It'd be cool if I get Kabua. That's like 10 billion right there. Thank God for. I think the boss actually responds to me because I said I read. He's like, I want everyone to tell me. You know, honestly, I honestly feel. He's like, how everyone like people haven't been answering the phone, which I've known has been an issue at work. But like, I always felt like me voicing up this issue not really. But they finally put out another thing saying, hey, everyone needs to answer the phones. I'm the one who answers the phone, so I'm just like, they're like, you need to text me saying you read the memo and how you can improve. And really for me, I'm just like, I don't have anything I need to improve on. I answer the phones. The only thing that maybe is a thing is like picking up the phone when I'm in the middle of helping someone and just being like, can you hold a second? And then answer the phone after I finish helping the people I was helping. But I feel that with our system, if I do that, then no one else can help those people out. That's why I want to ask her. I said, hey, is it when you put someone on hold, like when you're saying like answer the phone and then put them on hold, can other people answer that phone? Or is it just stuck to you now? Because now they have to wait on just me to be done with what I'm doing when someone else could finish up whatever they're doing and answer the phone. And really, at that time when I work, I'm pretty sure most of the other people ain't doing anything. It is super dead. Pretty sure one of the other locations, we have 2 other locations, if someone at those other 2 locations could pick up that phone, they just don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it locks it to my phone. That if I put them on hold, then I'm the only one who can answer that phone call. Yeah. And we ain't no large call center. Oh yeah, my coworkers the coworkers I deal with are just freaking lazy. They don't believe that's their job, or they think they can just ignore it and just let someone else answer the phones, which falls on me. Hopefully they'll actually be like, they'll do something about it. Maybe I'll start snitching a bit, like, hey, I've been answering the phone. It seems like I've been the only one answering the phone. No one else is answering the phone. When I'm busy, no one's answering the phones. Are they really that busy at the other locations that every time there's a phone call. They're just unavailable to help. To answer it. But actually, no, the first phone call was actually answered, but that was at 11 o'clock, which was before the current, because the nighttime dispatch comes in at midnight. Dispatch works, the nighttime dispatch works midnight to 8, while I work 11 to 7. But yeah, during the 11 o'clock time, that dispatcher actually answered the phone. I was actually in the middle. Like, I came in, and they had just dropped 3 cars off at my location, so I had to process 2 of them. The person who worked before me processed the first one, but she had to leave. Like, the shift changed over before she could work on the other 2, so I took care of those 2. And during the time I was in the middle of I was almost done with finishing the second one when the phone call came in, and I was just gonna let it ring for a little bit. I was probably gonna get by the 3rd ring, but the dispatcher answered it on the 2nd ring. So, but that was the only phone call that someone else answered, and I answered all the others. There wasn't too many. There was like 6 phone calls. So, and I ain't doing much now anymore. I'm not on my I'm not allowed to have my laptop anymore. But I got some real progress done on my general thread of info for my setting of Tantalar. We pretty much only have 4 gods left to do for a general summary, and then we have and then we work on the next part, which would be we need to work on. Hey Anura, I'm doing good. How about yourself? Thank you for stopping by. We're just doing some weekly stuff while we wait for the world bosses that happen at the end of this hour. Just chatting and stuff like that. I don't know if you been checking it out, Rymor. My like on my Discord, down at the bottom is the creative writing section, and then in Tantalar, I've been working on it since, like, as I said, I can't be on my laptop anymore doing my daily stuff in BDO, so I have to. So that's what I've been doing, is just hanging out on Twitter, and then using Grok to help me do work on my creative writing, world building. Like what? Like, yeah. What was it? Third. Yeah. Grok really helps me with, like, filling out a lot of stuff. Like, it's my general idea, and then Grok just adds to it. Yeah, I made one for just the God of Insanity, and it's pretty crazy. It's like right up here, general thread of info 70. Is there a way to just open it? Oh, open and fold view. Here we go. So we go all the way to the top. All the way to the top. Alright. So the ages. So I have the gods. And so you can click this, and it sends you right to where it talks about them. So the ones I have left is Necros, God of Undeath. The entity that arrived during the 4th age, not recognized as a god by the others, but has power akin to one and has worshippers. Goddess of Time, Savior from the Lost Ages. He who lurks in the shadows, and Tantalar. Yeah, you know, like, if you look at the God of Insanity, where is he? Right here, God of Insanity, and he goes in. And so I have the general info right here, and then I have the in-depth. You can click that, and it'll take you to the thread about the God of Insanity. And that's what I was spending on Friday morning. Like, after I had finished grinding, I had been working on that. Well, actually, no, it was not Friday morning. I'm getting my days mixed up. It was Wednesday morning. I finished, like, after, I was actually in the middle. I just got the urge to work on it. But I need to make a time. I need to make a a table of contents with the hyperlinks. Let me make a type. That it's pretty much a lot. Yeah. It's basically my life, my sleep schedule, or when I'm awake. Is I'm awake when the day rolls over and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna probably have to go to bed right after the world bosses. Here we go. Welcome back. But I got what is it? Yeah, I gotta do make a. Too bad I can't like insert one in front of this. Most do not. You got insanity. Mortals do not speak his true name. To utter it is to invite madness. He's known only by titles: the Laughing Defiler, Breaker of Chains, Who Will Laugh at Fate, or simply the Mad One. You're in the Age of Creation, the Mad King of Brilliant but obsessive research. Yeah, so there's like one of the things is his followers are very dangerous because they are like very hard to kill, which is really kind of threw me away because like I don't think I actually used what Grok put out, but Grok gave me the thing. It was like, oh yeah, you got him saying he's not that big of a threat. And you're like, I'm like, wait, we wrote a lot of stuff that made it sound like he's actually like him and his followers are a real threat. Yeah, well this guy used to be human And then when he made a device called the God Machine. And then when he used it, his sanity actually left him and became a separate person. And so he went insane. And he had been tainting the world with his insanity since. And his followers don't adhere to the rules of nature and physics and stuff like that. You could do stuff that would normally kill them, and they would be able to. Yeah, he basically had he didn't get. Yeah, it might be, you can see it as soul. I see it much more of his psyche. His psyche got shattered, and his morals and sanity became a separate person. Yeah. The Sniping Father has almost no organized church in any traditional sense. Any discovered cult, gathering, or shrine dedicated to him is immediately and violently destroyed, often by followers of other gods, including other evil gods, who fear his corrupting madness more than they value any potential ally. The Vados in particular makes it one of his regular personal duties to actively hunt and eradicate any hidden remnant of the mad god's worship. Those who serve the Laughing Defiler are known as rule breakers, are no longer truly human. Through his power, they twist and warp their own bodies into grotesque, impossible forms. Extra limbs, mouth or eyes should be, flesh that shift and flow like liquid, bones that bend in unnatural directions. They revel in breaking every rule of nature, society, and reality itself. Rule breakers possess a chilling, calculated awareness. They are not mindless lunatics. Many live sophisticated double lives, blending seamlessly into society as respected merchants, learned scholars, trusted guards, or even beloved community leaders. They maintain perfect composure in public, attending balls, managing businesses, and exchanging pleasantries, all while hiding the writhing madness beneath their skin. The true psychological horror of a rule breaker lies in their deception. You may have shared meals with one, you may have trusted one with your secrets, you may have loved one, and all while something alien laughing was looking back at you from behind their eyes, patiently waiting for the right moment to let the mask slip. They choose with cold precision when to appear completely normal and when to unleash their chaos, whether for a calculated act of sabotage, a moment of euphoric release, or to fulfill the gods' unknowable whims. This ability to pass as ordinary people for years, sometimes decades, makes them exceptionally dangerous. Because of their gods' influence of defying reality, they are notoriously difficult to kill. They can survive wounds that would instantly fell normal men, continuing to fight with severe limbs, impaled torsos, shattered skulls, or bodies that burn, crushed, or torn apart. Their flesh simply shifts, reforms, or ignores the damage in ways that break mortal understanding. Most rule breakers exist as isolated individuals with very small secretive selves. They are shunned, feared, and hunted by nearly everyone, mortals and divine beings alike. Even other dark cults tend to avoid them, considering them too unstable and dangerous to be useful. Worship is chaotic and deeply personal. There are no standardized prayers or rituals. Rule breakers might offer sacrifice of logic, burning books, solving impossible riddles backwards, or destroying orderly structures, engage in frenzied dance to physics, or simply laugh uncontrollably while committing acts of beautiful absurdity. The only consistent thing is the embrace of madness and the rejection of sanity's chains. To become a rule breaker is to willingly become something other than human, a living testament to the ideas that rules, reason, and reality are all just suggestions. And there's a whole entire thing about how to kill them. And then I actually went into, Blood and Thunder, I had this thing, Blood and Thunder, which is it was an organization group, and I just was like, how would Blood and Thunder handle this? And Grok wrote this up for me. And I was like, and actually I was like, no, because at first they were like, Blood and Thunder would actually do this. And I'm like, no, Blood and Thunder would not actually personally get involved in it. Because they don't worship, Wiltaunt or Cleton, who are the god of insanity's opposites. Wiltaunt's the god of wisdom and knowledge, while Cleton's the god of justice, order, and death. So they are directly opposed to. Actually, I want to go. When I wake up in the morning, or when I wake up, it's going to be at Uturi. Oh, that's what probably the quest is. They added some like, I was wondering what these quests were about. They were telling me there was a whole bunch of quests, but it's like, it's for just getting sea monster ooze. So it really just helps out a whole bunch of the new players. It's oh, yeah. It's so we actually have the Merchant Princess. So I first started with Blood and Thunder, and then we have the People's Army, and then we have the Merchant Princess coin. And like Blood and Thunder, I did some AI images that came out okay. I tried to do some AI images for this, where like there is an organization called Shattering, God Machine, Personal Tragedy, No Ascended, Shattered Sanity. Mortal. This is actually about his sanity. When the researcher ascended and became the Laughing Defiler, his mind shattered, and in that moment his sanity was violently expelled as a separate, independent entity. This remnant took the name and appearance of the man once had in his mortal life. A quiet, unassuming scholar with sharp eyes and thoughtful demeanor. He carries not only a man's sanity, but also a small, lingering fragment of morals the mortal once possessed. He knows with painful clarity that in his original life he was not a good man. This self-awareness torments him constantly. He is haunted by guilt or the horrors his divine self continues to unleash upon the world, driving him with desperate burning need for atonement. Laughing Defiler despises this fragment of himself, seeking only to capture and imprison for eternity. The two halves can never be recombined, and because the Shattered Sanity is still linked to the god, he cannot truly be killed. So the Mad God sends his most devoted rule breakers to hunt him relentlessly across the world. Because he remains linked to the god, the Shattered Sanity is an extraordinarily powerful and knowledgeable sorcerer. However, he is not that powerful on his own. He almost never draws upon the full link unless absolutely necessary, because doing so sends ripples through reality that immediately alerts the Laughing Defiler to his location. His ultimate goal is singular and consuming, to find a way to destroy his god self, even if it means his own annihilation. He travels the world in secrecy, seeking ancient forbidden knowledge, lost artifacts, and allies who might help him achieve the possible, ending the Laughing Defiler once and for all. Then goes Opposition, Wilton's Inquisition. So, despite its insidious reach, that faces organized, relentless resistance from several powerful forces. The Wilton's Inquisition. Wilton's church maintains a secretive and highly trained sect known as the Inquisition. Inquisitors dedicated to inquiring about the truth of things. These agents specialize in hunting rule breakers. They use spells and rituals to enforce logic, truth, and natural law to strip away the rule breakers' reality-defying protections and make them vulnerable once more. Cleton's Death Wardens. Cleton's church maintains a covert order of agents known as the Scales. Within this group exists an elite unit called the Death Wardens, specifically tasked with dealing with rule breakers. These agents are the guardians of the realm of death itself. When the Death Warden destroys a rule breaker's body, they ensure the tainted soul is completely dissolved at the moment of death, preventing it from reaching the realm of death and corrupting the sacred mana streams that sustain all life in Tantalar. These two organizations, Wilton's Inquisition and Cleton's Death Warden, represent the most consistent and dangerous threats to the rule breakers. Their existence is one of the primary reasons the Laughing Defiler has never been able to establish a truly dominant presence in the world. And then it goes into the common tracking rule breakers and the hidden sites, dangers and warnings, how to fight them. And it goes more into Wilton's Inquisition, Cleton's Death Wardens, Inquisition and Death Wardens cooperations against the Laughing Defiler and working together. Artifacts and relics. Yeah, and then like I said, there was Blood and Thunder. Blood and Thunder is actually it started with initially like creating the Blood Knights, but the Blood Knights is like, okay, so I talked about the training of the Blood Knights. But Blood and Thunder was founded in the late First Age, while the Southern Kingdoms were still forming from the chaos of warring states and rising powers. The coalition of pragmatic nobles saw that endless political bickering and weak leadership would doom the region. They believed only decisive military strength could create lasting stability. Rather than attempting open conquest, which would mark them as traitors, they chose to influence through service. They offered their highly trained forces as regional security, trade route protectors, and allied reinforcements to the emerging kingdoms. Their armies helped crush bandits, secure borders, and win key conflicts. This approach earned them widespread
respect and gratitude, many Blood and Thunder nobles rose to powerful positions, advisors, governors, and high-ranking officials, while publicly appearing as loyal and indispensable stewards. In the dawn of the Second Age, the kingdom established the Southern Pact, a neutral diplomatic forum where each ruler sends pact emissaries to discuss trade disputes, border conflicts, share threats beyond the region, and other mutual concerns. It has no standing army or central authority of its own. But their role today, the organization remains deeply embedded across the member kingdoms. They continue to provide elite security forces and military expertise whenever requested, which keeps them well regarded by rulers. Behind the scenes, they operate the Scarlet Directive, their ultra-secret program that maintains the Blood Knights. This hidden edge ensures they can act decisively when diplomacy fails or when regional stability is truly threatened. Blood Thunder enforces strict control. If any noble abuses their power, acts recklessly, or risks exposing the organization, the senior members call for a culling. Both are taken very seriously and carried out quietly, often by Blood Knights themselves, to protect the groups. This is actually out of date. So this is out of date because there was the Blood Knights, and then I created the Silent Thunder, which is the Blood Knights are elite shock troopers. So like these, the pictures down here, like these are supposed to be the Blood Knights. And they're supposed to be used in combat, and then there's the Silent Thunder, which are kind of the covert ops group. They do the assassinations, they do, what's this up here? Feathers, Whispers, evaluation methods, new blood, membership recruitment. Okay. Yeah, so roles. The assassinations look like accidents or natural deaths, evil infiltration of courts, guilds, or in enemy organizations, sabotaging alliances and supply lines from within, political manipulation. Because this is something I had to add in. So you can see how it's bolded like that. It's showing that I added that one in. The Thunder's Whispers answer only to the highest circles of organization. The same culling rules apply if any Whisper risks exposure to the outside world that do not exist. They are the reason certain powerful figures die quietly. Treaties collapse overnight. Rivals destroy each other, and threats simply vanish. Together, the Scarlet Directive, Blood, and the Silent Thunder, with its Thunder's Whisper, give Blood and Thunder both the hammer and the invisible blade that helps further Blood and Thunder's aims in the Southern Pact without ever being seen as the ones in control. This is actually out of date too, because later on they actually did create a Grand Steward. The main armies, and there's just the main armies. So they have the Blood Knight, they have their main armies, which is what you see. While the Scar Directive, Blood Knights, and the Silent Thunder's Whispers are the organization's elite secret weapons, the true backbone of the Blood and Thunder's power lies in their regular armies. These are not hidden elite units. They are large, professional, and highly disciplined forces that each Blood and Thunder noble maintains and fields openly in their own territories. Blood and Thunder armies are widely regarded as some of the best trained and most effective forces in the Southern Pact. Compared to levies or personal guards of most other nobles and kingdoms, they stand out due to rigorous standardized training regimens, superior equipment and supply lines, strong emphasis on discipline, formation, fighting, combined armed tactics, veteran officers who often rotate through the Scarlet Directive oversight. These armies serve openly as regional security forces, trade route protectors, reinforcements of Southern Pact when major threats arise. To outsiders, they appear as loyal, highly competent noble armies. In reality, they act as a public show of strength and ready reserve that can support Blood Knights during major operations. The size and quality of these armies directly determine a noble's influence and rank within the Blood and Thunder. This is why maintaining a strong, well-funded main force is not optional. It's a foundation of power inside the organization. Together, the visible professional armies and the hidden Blood Knights and the invisible Thunder Whispers create a perfectly layered military machine. So we have that, and then, as I said, there's the Merchant Prince's coin, which is there's the Merchant Prince's coin is a powerful economic and military block based in the land of trade, one of the oldest and wealthiest kingdoms to rise after the Dark Ages. They believe in wealth is the ultimate weapon, the true source of lasting power. And then you have the obverse and reverse, the golden host, and the shadow side. So, operates on the principle of obverse and reverse, the two sides of the same golden coin. The Public Face, a highly professional mercenary army known for its gleaming equipment, disciplined ranks, and expensive loyalty. They guard major trade routes, escort caravans, and fight for any kingdom that can afford their fees. In the reverse, the covert branch, master of economic warfare, bribery, smuggling, forged contracts, debt traps, and quiet eliminations. They operate in the shadows, ruining enemies financially or politically long enough before any army marches. And then you have the third one that I was working on, which was the People's Army. The People's Army was founded near the end of the Second Age by King Karat, a youth of humble origin with no noble blood. What began as a desperate defense of a remote village against Goblin Raid grew into one of the largest independent volunteer forces in the Southern Pact. After his first victory, Keen's charisma and skill with the sword drew more and more followers. He and his growing army helped countless forgotten communities plagued by monsters, bandits, and corrupt officials that the kingdoms ignored. As the army swelled to a threatening size, the Southern Pact summoned King Karat to the Forum. Though he made a solemn vow the People's Army would never wage war against any member kingdom. It would remain strictly apolitical. It would only act to protect the common people from threats the rulers could not or would not handle. He also found the People's Agents, a small elite branch of specialized individuals, trackers, infiltrators, monster hunters, healers, and diplomats, kind of problems an army could not solve. For centuries, the People's Army stood as a beacon of hope for the common folk. However, at the very end of the Fifth Age, the devastating truth was revealed. Many of the highest-ranking officers, including several who had succeeded King Karat, were secretly ascended of dark and evil gods. It's supposed to be gods. Of a dark and evil god. But we just do dark and evil gods. Secretly evil gods. Secretly. Yeah, I just leave it at that. Ascended of dark and evil gods, commonly known as demons. The revelation shattered the organization. Massive purges, desertion, public outrage followed. What once had been a symbol of protection became synonymous with hidden corruption and demonic influence. In the chaos and distrust that followed, the People's Army formally dissolved. The People's Agents largely scattered or went into hiding. To this day, the name the People's Army carries a bittersweet legacy, a once noble idea that was ultimately undone by the very monster it claimed to fight against. People's Agents, notable agents, organization of the People's Army. There's actually a bit more that I could add. I didn't actually 100% finish with the People's Army. Philosophy and core beliefs. At the heart, the People's Army was built on a simple but powerful ideal: the strong must protect the weak when those in power will not. King Karat and his followers believed that true justice came from action, not titles or bloodlines. They held a deep disdain for nobles and kings who abused their people, hoarded wealth, or turned blind eye to suffering. Core tenets: protection of the common folk, merit over birthright, action over politics, voluntary service. The darker side of how it was twisted. Recruitment and training in the People's Army. Training. People's Agents, the elite specialized branch. When Hogan commanded, he created the People's Agents as a separate elite branch to handle threats that required subtlety, expertise, or discretion. He appointed a single trusted individual known as the First Agent to lead them. The First Agent answers directly to King Karat and has broad authority over the branch's operations. People's Agents took on unusual and delicate missions, including investigating mysterious disappearances and strange sightings, containing or curing unusual sicknesses and spreading plagues, dealing with unnatural monsters, curses, or supernatural threats, countering political intrigue, framing attempts and covert manipulation by nobles, conducting quiet rescues and extraction in politically sensitive areas. They operate with significant autonomy, but remain bound to the Army's core mission of protecting the common folk. That's where it kind of ended there. But also, actually, with the God of Insanity, there's this whole entire part up here about the tragedy. Where is it? It's actually about King Karat's involved in this. Yeah, oh wait, no, that's the Ascended. Here it is. A personal tragedy, the legacy of the Laughing Defiler. One of the most heartbreaking consequential tragedies caused by the Laughing Defiler involved King Karat, founder of the People's Army. The Mounted God had long sought to expand his influence upon the mortal realm by siring a demigod child. He deliberately chose Karat's fiancée, a powerful sorceress from an ancient bloodline tied to Wilton, God of Wisdom, as his target. This choice was made both because of her exceptionally strong sorceress blood and as a deliberate slight against his divine nemesis Wilton. While she slept one peaceful night, the Laughing Defiler visited her. To her, it felt nothing like a terrible nightmare. In reality, he impregnated her with a demigod child. When her pregnancy was later discovered, the culted Laughing Defiler kidnapped her and took her to a hidden temple. There she eventually died in childbirth, her final moments filled with agony and madness. Geen Karat and Devados fought their way through hordes of frenzied cultists to reach her, arriving just in time for the birth. Geen Karat lamented over her body. Devados immediately recognized a catastrophic danger. An uncontrolled demigod of insanity walking the world could spread the laughing Devados' influence like a plague, potentially unraveling reality itself. Yet Devados could not bring himself to kill an innocent newborn. Instead, he performed a powerful, complex ritual, covering the infant girl's entire body in intricate magical runes to seal away the majority of her demigod powers and her father's corrupting influence. Geen Karat raised the girl as his own daughter. She later joined the People's Agents, where she became a legendary operative. Thanks to the lingering trace of her divine heritage, even while mostly sealed, she possessed an uncanny ability to survive impossible odds and achieve the unthinkable. She serves as a weapon tester for the gnomes of the Shining Mountain, and is renowned for her mastery of dual revolvers and a rare, powerful longbow rifle. This tragedy remains one of the most closely guarded secrets of those who knew Geen Karat, and stands as a grim reminder that laughing Devados' touch can reach even the greatest heroes, leaving scars that echo across generations. And then actually, one of the last things I did was actually I added her. So this is her right here, Histar Karat, the Defiant Gunslinger. Full name Histar Karat, known as Histar, the Mad Shot Karat's daughter. So there's a bit about her there at the bottom. So yeah, lots of work, lots of stuff. As I said, I got 4 gods left to do. And then we're going to move on to something else. And then we have this huge thing here, which is actually something I wrote by myself, which explains explains the expanse, entities, gods, life and death in the magical circle, in the circle of life, life, death, and magic, the circle of life. Talks about the demon lords, which I need to work on too. I need to come up with a name for this guy. Severos, Plague. Plague is actually in the one story I wrote. Plague. Yes, I do have a world map, but it's old and it's out of date. It's something I wrote actually back in like over 20 years ago when I was in high school. And since then, the world, what I've designed with the world has changed. I mean, I actually took a picture of it and gave it to this right here. Close. I want to open with that. Open with photos. I don't know why I wanted to open it. So we have here. So down here is the Southern Pact, and up here is the Northern Cities. The Northern Cities are in a perpetual blizzard, and it's out of date, as I said. Like, this city should be closer to up here. Like, it should be, what is actually happened is there's going to be a city that sits on the bottom of the, there's like a city that's divided in half. Like, what do you mean by proof of concept? You got a lot of stuff, like this is all these kingdoms are different. Except the Borderlands. The Borderlands still exists. Cursed Lands exist. The Kingdom of Dwarves is here. The collective kingdoms of the South still is a thing. Burgra is still a thing. Yeah. We'll have to... Kirschfeld still exists. Because that's actually where the story I wrote for the Black Wolf is. The Forest of the Silver Leaves. Honestly, it was kind of more like over here now. And you have the... Well, actually, no. It has to cover the Troll Mountains. For the Troll Mountains or something. I'm giving Florask... This is going to stay the same. But there's a bunch of these other kingdoms are going to change up. Oh, the Bone Waster. So the Bone Waster are there. That's kind of the thing that I have to kind of think about, because there's Gnomic Spire, where that's the Shining Mountains. That's the Shining Mountain I was talking about. And the Ice Plains. Yeah, this is freaking... Where's the Spire at? Because there's a Spire. I guess I didn't make the spire yet when I made this. Yeah, like this is just one, like, so there's, you can see over here this says Tropic Isles and the Dark Lands exist, and there's the Upper Isles. There is land across the Burning Sands, but it's not part of it's not part of. Where am I going? Oh my God, where am I going? Whatever. We'll just chill here. We'll just get on my. Oh, that's okay. I don't even need. Okay, let's get back to where I was trying to go. We're gonna try and go here, just where I want to be. But yeah, there's a whole entire thing. I don't know if I wrote it out yet in the general thread of info or elsewhere. But yeah, there's the Upper Isles. There's 3 major powers in the Upper Isles. Theocracy of the Bird People, the kingdom protected by demons, and the empire ruled by a demigod. There's 2 islands that are neutral. Freeport, which is a place where people can gather without interference of any states. They maintain their neutrality as it's the only place where drovers sell their float stones, which are required to keep their airships afloat. Dwarven Isles, the other neutral island, as the dwarves are one of the strongest military forces, and also the major supplier of float and gust stones that are essential to airships. Not only is attacking the Dwarven Isle a risk military-wise, but also the damage the Isle. This is a mess. But also damage. Also doing damage to the Isle, which has the risk of causing an explosion, chain reaction if one of the float or gust stones were hit by an explosive. The brothers were a product of a tragedy that occurred during the Age of Twilight. The great sorcerer went insane with the birth of the god of insanity, put in the northern part of Tantal in a never-ending winter. His consciousness was able to separate itself from his insane body and create a simulacrum. The simulacrum saw the spell, create a tsunami that was going to wipe out the islands to the east, and it cast a spell of lifting those islands high in the sky and enchanted them permanently remain there. The magic created many different kinds of enchanted ore. The most common ones were liftstones that, when supplied with mana, would levitate along with anything attached to it, and windstones where if it was supplied with mana, it created a gust. Both of these ores helped create airships that were used by humans and dwarves to get between the islands. The elves were warped by the spell cast upon the island into bird-like people. This change drove many of them mad, which became known as harpies. The sane ones were able to change their arms between having hands or having wings, in something that seems to resemble magical transformation. That's actually where I ended. Like, you see, that was in 22, and then June 11th, 2026 is when I started in Primordial Gods, Master, the creator of the world, start going into the evil gods. We did, yeah, that's still an evil god. Evil gods. We did the evil gods first. Laughing Defiler. This is when I first wrote him up. Nobish. Then we ended the good gods. Nobish, the good king. Guardia, the unyielding wall. Wiltaunt, the eternal sage. Assyria, the gentle bloom. Yeah, it's a lot. But you can see 70 messages. Iskro, god of lightning, chance, and exploration. Clean god. This is what I did today. I did Cleaton today. I did, well, it was essentially yesterday when I got to work. Did Iskaro. And then we had this little thing. See, I just deep dived a little into Iskaro versus Grecia. And then Luck versus Greed. Theological debate. Collision between Iskaro and the Laughing Defiler. And then Artesia, goddess of the fair seas. The ice trade. Fluorocra's northern lifeline. And Xanu, the god of stormy seas, hurricane, and hail. Lacedons, the cursed undead of the seas. Sea dwarves, the lost children of the deep. Tekrosia, goddess of technology. The Triad Trials. Magia, the goddess of magic. The Cowled Ones, hierarchy of the Arcane Order. Teletor, god of solitude, lord of the elves. Unicorn Council. The Seven, god of ancestors of the Iron Dwarves. This is kind of where I ended it, I think. It was like at the dwarf part. There's a bunch of stuff about the dwarves. And especially about that one dwarf known as Bedrock Iron Band. He was a god, or not god, but he, what kind of dwarven culture did between the great houses is they had this thing where they would imbue, when they had these rune tattoos they would put on dwarves that gave them the special powers of the seven, which is their gods. And when the last one who had the tattoos died, the next house would get it on their next born child. Except what happened with him. Yeah, this is stuff that honestly, for the most part, like Grok, like a lot of this is already kind of stuff I've already came up with. Grok just helps me add more to it. Like, yeah, it's fleshing it out. We got that. Because I had this one fun one, which was like, I just generated this Grok. I was like, hey, do something where like all those covert groups kind of conflicted with one another, and it made this real quick. It'll be something like that when I just have like when I see something, I go, hey, let's try and make something out of, like, have these groups interact with each other and see what happens. Although the thread is so freaking long that it honestly lags whenever I try and use it, which is kind of funny. Hey, look at this. I'll pull it over. That resize real quick. There we go. It's like. Yeah, all this. Yeah, how long this is. All this. Cause there's a lot of stuff that I didn't even keep. Like, he would. You can feed in samples. So that's Suno. I don't know how much is paid. You have to do with paid or not. But honestly, you do more pseudo. But yeah, you can add audio, voices, inspirations. You can add sounds. I don't know how much you have to be pay for to get the features for, because some of it's but it says on there. I know that the newest model that I use is only for pros. You have to use 4.5 all, the best free model. But yeah, it's a use for tool. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. It's like it's not something to replace, but something to help you. Like, just think, I could have probably wrote that stuff. It would probably take me weeks, if not months, to write everything I've written so far, which has only been like 2-3 days, where it's been like 3-4 hours of me doing that. I mean, I guess it was, I don't know. Man, his health bar is not moving. He's gonna disappear. Goddamn people get in my way. There's a lot of people AFKing though. You see all these leechers. I'm guessing, like, later in the day, it'll be a lot busier.
Yeah, when you use a tool to outright replace people, that's the issue. I might actually, like, I actually canceled my subscriptions to X, but I might renew it just so I can use Grok some more for my world building. That's all the way in October. We'll have to see what things look like. We'll have to see how things look like in October. If I want to continue my X subscription or not. I'm definitely not doing maintaining it for both of my accounts. If anything, I'll be using it for my streaming account only. God damn these rocks. I hate when people just tank them over in the corners. Like, come on, please. Guess this is not where the rocks are for this. Alright. Dangoon down. 240 million about. Close to $1 billion. Man, I really am it's gonna really suck that I can't do world bosses at work anymore. Okay, what was the other boss? It was Kazarka. Kazarka. Yep, you get 160 every time there's a set of bosses. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing to think about. It's like, after I finish with a summary of all the bosses, do I want to go into deep dives on particular bosses? Do I want to work on the ages? Do I want to like update the map? Update the map and then work on kingdoms. Gotta wait for all those to end. You hit by those, they give you a nasty 30-second debuff. That's freaking 30 seconds long is just freaking brutal. Like if it was 15 seconds, it'd be like, okay. Like a little bit of oof. But 30 seconds, that's freaking forever. And with a world, when it comes to world bosses. Another 80. Let's go. Still, it's not gonna be enough still, though. Not enough to get the Imperial Steed. So I can grind it while I sleep. Put that away, auto-move all the rest. Oh, we actually ran out of... Yeah, I did actually make the... What is it called? The Kazarka statue in my manor. Let's get back on her real quick. That's 160. Easy 160. I just gotta remember to move my Nova over to Turi. Just doing that. Now to get on my shy. Get set up for training horses while I sleep. Yeah, but 114 and I have 160. I'm less than 40 away from being able to buy the Imperial Steed. That's kind of interesting. Or is that just the regular outfits? Well, more outfits to stack. What's this box do? Bundle selectable items. I think I just would take the 1,000. I don't trust my luck. This is what they should have just gave us. They should have gave us for that event where you got to vote on which box you wanted. And get 5,000 crons there. That's probably what they're saying, but it's like, oh, you could get 10,000 crons. It's like, oh, if you get the box, they can give you 100 to 5,000, where you're probably gonna get the 100. No, I'm just gonna get the 1,000, 4,000, so I have 5,000 crons. And I don't think this stacks, so I'm just gonna melt. To save space, I'll just turn that into crons too. If that thing doesn't stack, it's going bye-bye. So I have a few of the boxes that are like choose your premium outfit you want boxes. These ones right here, choose your premium outfit boxes. And I have 13 of the ones that stack. So if I have one that does not stack, it just can go bye-bye. Because I have like 17, 23, not including the special ones. Yeah, it has a lot of boxes. I was thinking, honestly, like, when that new character comes out, to open those boxes for the new character and just tap them up and sell them, because everyone will be having new characters. Yeah, they're gonna be there's a new the Deadeye brother. Yeah, when Deadeye brothers come out, I'll just open the boxes with them and then tap it up and sell it on the market. Check him in, take them out, and put on my training stuff. There. Mount leveling pets. Oh yeah, and then my outfit. I hope so too. I don't know. I don't know what your prediction is, but... Okay, so what we're gonna do... I'm gonna go... right here. And set it as a loop. Nah, he's gonna be guns. He's gonna be guns, just like his sister is. But it's gonna be, it might be a little different. They're both, like, there's a... He was sent to Rome. I don't remember that part, but we'll see. There was a revolver. There was a revolver on the thing talking about it. So there's gonna be guns involved for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep now because I'm gonna have to be back up in roughly like 6 hours to be there for Offen and Yuturi. Oh, speaking of. Where is she? Oh, she's here. Oh, she's at Yuturi. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. So yeah, we're gonna be at... Gonna be doing, Yuturi, Offen, do my salies and everything, turning my boxes, and when that's all over, we're gonna have, like, 60,000 address tonight. I'm gonna burn through that at Darkseekers. So, I will see you next time you're able to stop by. Until then, stay awesome.
Thank you for watching the stream. Make sure to have your notifications on so you know next time I go live. Until next time, stay awesome.